I'm going to see if I am really live. I'm not even sure how to tell. Going to my channel. Oh, I am. All right. I'm pretty sure I'm live. It says set reminder, but it looks like it is live. All right, it is. So this is my first time going live on YouTube using BeLive, so bear with me. And I don't even know if anybody's going to show up, but I wanted to do this reading. Yesterday, I thought, I have not ever done a reading about, and I'll just say V, with the V that is going on around the world right now at this time. And today's date is July 31st of 2020. So, it's been going on for a while. And I thought, I'm going to do a video. I was going to do a reading, and I had no intention of bringing it forward. It was just for me. But then I thought, wow, I really like the message behind it. So I wanted to explore it a little bit more. Now, I pulled the cards yesterday, and the two decks that I used where one of the decks is the Soul's Journey deck by James Van Praagh. I always like that deck. And the second deck I used was my first deck, the Desert Speaks Oracle deck that I created last year. And the cards, they played really well together because, so what I was planning on doing is pulling 3 cards from the James Van Praagh deck, 3 cards from mine, and just kind of go, not past, present, future necessarily, but just to tell a story. And then I ended up also getting an overall card. That's what I called it, an overall card. And I'll tell you how the cards came out, because I always like telling you, I always like to share that information if you didn't see me pull the cards. So the James Van Praagh deck, all 3 cards came out just fine. I mean, there wasn't anything that came out, fast, flew across the room, nothing like that. None of them were really sticky. They just came out normal. With my deck, the first card came out fine, but it had a second card with it. And the second card to me felt like it was supposed to be kind of an overarching, an overall card. And then, let me see, I think I took notes on this too, because yes, okay, so, oh, where is it? Nope, I can't find it. I thought I took a note as to how they came out, because I know the third card, the second card seemed like it came out pretty quick of mine. And then the third card, and I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't. The third card actually flew out, and it was actually under my chair. So I had to kind of reach for it. And I think that that's kind of part of it as well. Oh, here it is. Yeah, the third card flipped out of the deck onto the floor under my chair. It was just within my grasp. So remember that. And I will come out, I will come up and say that again, because I think it's part of it. I think that's part of the story, or part of the reading. So, and I am checking every once in a while just to see if anybody's coming on live, but I'm pretty sure nobody, because it's not typical for me to come live on YouTube. Okay, so first card I'm going to tell you about is the overall card. And I'm going to pop up the pictures until I run out of space, and then I'll switch them. Okay, so the first card, this was the overall card, and I really like this. It is Enjoy Life. And that is truly, that's a theme that should be going on in everybody's life all the time, because that really is the key to everything. We are here. We're not here on this earth to be in angst all the time or be so beat down. We are here to enjoy life, and that is what our lives are teaching us. So the things that we learn along our journey are how to enjoy life. And I love this card. So with my deck, again, this is the Desert Speaks deck. And if you're interested, yes, you can get this on my website. All of the pictures from my deck were the original pictures I took when I was living down in Green Valley, Tucson area of Arizona. And this picture, some of them I turned into mirror images. And that also is going to play into this reading. But here we have two turtles sitting on a rock, and they're actually overlooking this little pond that was probably about a half-mile, quarter-mile, if you'd walk around the whole thing. And it's a reminder that, you know, it doesn't matter what's going on. Grab a friend and enjoy life. And for me, being single and down in Green Valley, I really didn't know very many people. I would just walk around by myself. I would go do the pond. And it was always really nice because you would see different wildlife along the way. Now, I also, because this is a mirror image, it actually looks like there are 4 turtles. So the number 4 has to do with stability. And I'm not a numerologist, but I do know that the number 4 has to do with structure, building structure. And there is a lot of, right now in our lives, there is a lot of tearing down of structure, but also there very well could be, and most probably is, structure that's being built behind it. Now, we don't know that. And with the enjoy life, it's like, don't take everything so seriously. So this is kind of an overarching. So this is for the whole reading. This is kind of overarching and a good reminder for us all. The other thing with the mirror image is things that are going on in our outer world are a mirror image and helps us to know, K-N-O-W, what's going on in our inner world. So keep that in mind as well. Now the next 2 cards, this is one from each of the decks, and I'll pop it on the screen. And I'm going to bring the Enjoy Life down so you can see these 2. And I thought these 2 were really interesting, and I'm going to read you exactly what the Honesty card, so the Honesty card, obviously that's the James Bond Prague, and it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And right now in our world, there is a lot of things that are coming to light. A lot of things, and really they started when the lockdown started happening. There was a lot more things that were coming to light, and more are coming to light and being made known as we continue every single day. So that is so interesting to me, as well as I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. I think that's really important. I think this whole lockdown has given so many people a time to go within and a time to really look and, okay, what is important to me? And it really is a time for being honest with yourself. And I think what's been coming up for people is realizing that, you know what, that you can do this. That is really important. Yes, you got this, baby. You can do this. And listening to what is going on within, deep within, the inner knowing at your very core essence. So I think that's really important. And I think, like I said, there's just been a lot of revealing. And with each of us individually, as well as on a collective basis, but individually, there has been, and the words I'm getting is peeling back. There's been a peeling back of what is going on for us inside. And now is the time to realize it's like, all right, you know what? the job that I left, maybe I don't want to go back to that. Maybe it is time to do something different. And the universe is telling us, you can do this. We got your back, baby. So the other thing I want to point out, these two pictures are so very different, but look at the colors with these two. Let me see if you can see it a little bit more. So look at the colors in both of them. There's, I mean, this aqua-ish color, it's a kind of a very distinct color. It's in both of the cards. The yellow, absolutely, and even the kind of the limeish green that goes around the square on the honesty card. And then, of course, this deep plumish burgundy color is also in both cards. So I find that really interesting, and I wanted to make sure and point that out because I think that that's an important. Okay, if that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to go back like this and just double checking. Nope. All right, I'm just double checking every once in a while to see, just in case anybody pops on, because I like to be sociable. And if somebody pops on, I will say hello. Okay, so then the next two cards, and so I'll go through all of them as 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll kind of tell the overall story. But the next two cards that came up were the Purpose card and the Allow Creativity. So the Purpose card says, I know what I'm here to do. Now, doesn't that sound like some of the stuff that was coming forward in the Honesty card and looking a little deeper and allowing creativity? So spiders are all about creativity. And sometimes, yes, spiders can be kind of scary, but this what happened to be, there was a lot of orb weavers that were down in Green Valley, and I would always kind of check on them to make sure like after a big rainfall, if they still had their webs and they were still out there working away. And the thing that's interesting about this card, I'm going to hide this first one. The thing that's interesting about this card is the colors, again, very, very different. However, if you look at the designs, and actually I didn't even notice this yesterday, but I'm sure I'm noticing it today. If you look at the designs of the inside of the Purpose, as well as I'm drawn toward the design on the back end of the spider. It's very interesting how they both kind of seem to go out. And of course, the spider with its 8 legs, the mandala only has 6 spokes. But if you look at the color of the spokes as well as the circle around it, it's the color of the spider. So I know that this time that everybody is in, it has given everybody an opportunity to delve deeper, as I was saying, and finding out what your true purpose is. And what's been coming up for a lot of people is they're realizing that there is a creative side to them and that they may not have realized, or now that they have time at home to do it, or they're working from home, so there's no commute time. There's creativity that's coming out in different ways, or a remembrance of the creativity that people used to have, that now they're able to allow that to be birthed. So I think that that's really interesting. And it's, some people will say, I believe this is a saying, that out of things that aren't so good come beautiful things. I know I'm not saying it the right way, but you know what saying I'm talking about. And that's very true with this. There have been so many people that have taken a different turn on in their journey and allowing their creativity to come out, whether it's through a new job, a new career, or just enjoying life a little bit more in a different way. So then the last pair of cards. Now these are very, very interesting cards, okay? So I'm going to pop these up, and I'm going to pop this one down. So the thing with these two cards, guilt, I'll quick read through the guilt. It says, I release any beliefs that no longer exist in my soul's group. And this is absolutely true. This is some of what has been evolving the longer we are in this circumstance that we find ourselves right now. And I believe that there's so many things that not only is being revealed to us, but we are allowing maybe some beliefs that we have held on to all of our lives that we are now able to release. So I think that that is really awesome. And the other thing is, now that we have, with the other card, with the allow card, it's perfect because allow hearts to open, our minds to open. It's like I said, for the creativity that's coming through in so many different ways. But once we release what no longer serves us, and we allow what does serve us, what does help us, it's a whole new ball game. And I think with these two cards, they are so very different. I was looking at them, and there are similarities in the color, similarities in the other two sets, but with this one, there's not any colors that are similar, and there's even the designs, they just feel so very different. So it's almost like, yes, we're releasing the guilt, but we also, once we have released, we want to allow love in, allow the light of the divine that's shining on this right from the top of this card, which it looks like an underwater picture, but this, I can guarantee this is the sun shining down. And so when we release, we also allow space for new things to come in. And that's where the creativity really, really comes into mind. Now, I want to hide this one, and I want to pull these up again in the order. There is, oh, no. All right, I got to do it one more time. I apologize. Like I said, this is the first time I'm doing it this way. I got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, so I'm showing that. And then I want this one. And then I want this one. And the reason I want it here. Okay, so now you can see all three pairs, and the enjoy life was the overarching theme. But as we look at these, thinking about enjoy life, first off, and I'll hold it up for a minute here, but first off, I want to say that 3 out of the 4 cards from my deck all are mirror images. So I think that that really plays an important role in this reading, paying attention to what is going on in the outside world and going within, and how am I reacting to that? How is that affecting me personally? I actually had a conversation with someone just recently, and they said they had kind of yelled at this person, which is totally not like them. They had kind of yelled at this person because this person was trying to get them to do something that they did not want to do. And it wasn't a safety issue. It wasn't like that. So, but it was, it was just something that they were unwilling to do. And then 5 minutes later, they said that they overheard someone in another room, another office, that was yelling at somebody, and they thought they sounded so mean, and they couldn't believe that the other person was doing that, and they wondered if the person yelling was aware of how they were coming across. And the thing that's so interesting to me is the mirror image that they were not willing to look at, but it was right before them. So look at the things that are irritants to you, that are triggering you, and go within, because only you can decide. And I'm going to go back to the honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So when you peel back and look at, okay, why is this bothering me? What is going on here? What is being revealed to me? And sit with that for a little bit. You might be surprised. Sometimes it's things that, wow, I didn't realize that was bothering me as much as it was. But when we have an outward response that is yelling, raising our voice, getting very passionate about something, those are things that, okay, am I being passionate? Is that what it truly is? I'm just passionate about this? Or is that the way it's being masked because something else is really irritating me? So just pay attention. Pay attention to that. But I also have, because it came up 3 different times in 3 out of the 4 cards. Now, let's see. The other thing that I found interesting is allow. We have allow creativity, and we have allow as the 3rd card. So the 3rd card of my deck, or actually the 4th, but you know what I mean. So allow creativity and allow. And allowing is one of those things we have control over. If you have something in your life that you are working toward and you're not sure how to get there, if you use the words, I am open to allowing, it's kind of like a stepping stone. So if right now you are not ready to embrace the allowing creativity, if you say the words, feel the words, I am open to allowing creativity in my life, you might notice a shift. So just pay attention to that. But I found it very, very interesting that the word allow came up 2 different times. Let's see. Okay. Just double checking to make sure that yesterday, because I know I kind of go off in a lot of different things and pick up more as I'm going along. Nothing else from my notes that I can find. So awesome. Okay, so now the whole story though with the enjoy life and all that is going on. So this is really, what is this teaching us? Is when we are honest with ourselves, the universe supports us in allowing our purpose, our gifts to come forward. And when we release these old beliefs, these old things that we've been hanging on to, and allow the new beginnings to start, what an amazing, amazing thing that happens in our lives on our spiritual journeys. So I would love to hear your comments on this. I will be sharing this on, once it's up on YouTube, I will also be sharing it on Facebook as well. But I would love to hear your comments, because like I said, this was not something, I did not anticipate doing this as a reading for everyone. But when the cards started revealing themselves to me, I thought it was a really very interesting and promising reading. I think the overarching theme of enjoying life, it's absolutely fabulous. So when we look at the situation we're in right now, as a time of learning, as a time of exploring, as a time of digging deeper and finding out what we want to release and allowing those things to fall away so we can allow our the new buds of our life to shine forth, to grow. It's an amazing time. It truly is an amazing time right now. So angel blessings to you. I hope you enjoyed this. And like I said, I would love to hear your comments, and just let me know. Angel blessings to you. Thank you. Bye.